Hey folks, this is Pat Dees. Welcome to Money Me. I haven't done a video in actually a couple days. The market is just crazy, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail. Stock market blues, and I'm going to talk about Roku, NVDA, and eBay. I made a video this last week actually talking about a stock market correction, and it appears that it's happening. And a lot of charts have been set up to break out, and analysts have come out to upgrade a lot of stocks and raise price targets, but the prices aren't going up. We're seeing some stocks really start to really pull back and fast. So, hey guys, again, I'm Pat Dees. I'd appreciate the support. If you guys could give me a thumbs up and comment below and subscribe to the channel. What's Money Me about? Well, Money Me is all about talking about money. I primarily do focus on talking about individual stocks and, options, trading options, but I am going to do a lot of things talking about real estate, all things related to money, collectibles, what collectibles are selling right now and stuff like that. So there's going to be a big variety of things in the matters of money. So I'd appreciate your support. Part of it is it's an educational experience channel, I call it, meaning I am not a licensed broker. I don't recommend. I've had people say to me, "Oh, could I mirror your trades as far as, doing the options?" No, I wouldn't want you to do that, because if you lose, then, well, he told me to buy, and that's not what I want. What I want to show you is the things that I'm doing and learn from it, and the opportunities that do exist in a market that goes up and that goes down. Have I made mistakes? Clearly, yes, I have made mistakes, and I'm going to talk about that. And this is why the one account that I got, it just hasn't been good this year so far. Another account that I manage has been fine, and the difference in the one account is strictly all stocks, no short selling, long stocks, no options. The one account that's wrecking havoc, and if you see the one video that I put out about Roku, I shorted Roku on average about $320, and the stock, and I'm going to pull up a chart. Let's share the screen, and I'm using the WEBULL desktop to share the screen. So if you guys haven't signed up for WEBULL and you want to open an account, in the description will be my referral link. Click on it, and you can earn up to, I think it's $1,800 in free stocks. So, all right, let's get into the first stock I mentioned was Roku. And here's where it's disappointing, because I'm going to make this bigger, but you could still hear me in the background. Here's what the disappointment is in Roku, because again, I shorted. The stock had run, and let me give you a little background. The stock had really run a lot. I mean, it was in the $200 range, November the 2nd, and when it had gone up to, I started shorting it about the three. My average price was $320. I thought here on January 5th we were finally going to start getting a correction. I was basically at about a $2,000 loss at that time. Started going up a little bit more. I shorted more, and that was a mistake, because it just ran. In 9 days, it pretty much went from 350 to 450, and then it corrected a little bit, but not enough to, I did cover. Finally, I made the decision, and I'll show you, and what bad timing. And I honestly did it because what was happening is, and I follow other people on Twitter, and the analysts, the stock had gotten up to a point of $485. And I was a little bit over a $10,000 loss in 6 weeks, that quick. And it was getting to the point where I wasn't making enough on other trades that I started having to sell good stocks. I started having to put more money in, and it really was not, it come back down here, and I thought, oh, great, maybe we're going to Nope, pop back up here. So February the 10th, I covered like 65, 70% of the position. And, I was like, oh, was glad I did. Because then even here on the 16th, it shot back up to 485, and I had covered, it covered 70 shares at like at about $120 loss a share. So that was about an $8,000 loss on it. And lo and behold, I mean, here we are right now today, down to 390, and it was down to 378. I want to be clear. I am totally out of the short. I did one day last week. The stock was like 410, roughly in that area, and I had said to myself, I saw it was breaking down here, and I thought, if I get a day that it goes down to 390, so I put a buy to cover order in on 30 shares at 390, and didn't watch it for probably about an hour in, and I was like, whoa! I woke up or something, and I saw the execution that the stock was. I was out of it. I was like, whoa, like, and it actually had hit 381. So even though I did recoup a little bit of, I still lost roughly. I'm probably at about an $8,000 loss, but at the peak I was probably close to $11,300 loss. So I did recoup about $2,500 of it. And then all of a sudden it's starting to break out again here. Now, news came out that they were buying the Nelson Ratings Company, but the stock went up, and then they talked about they were going to issue more stock, like $1 billion worth of stock. So then the stock was down today. And stocks, again, have been pulling back. So I will look for opportunities to go long and short ROKU. What does that mean? That means probably if I get a day where I see the stocks down $40 or $50, not on a lot of volume, I would probably go in and maybe buy. Maybe I would only go in and buy 20 shares and look for a 25. I would take 20 shares even at 350 is $7,000. I would probably go in to look to make a 7% recovery in a week. I would swing trade the stock to help try to make back that $8,000 hole that I did something that I shouldn't have done when I shorted it. I should have cut my losses, and I thought, no, there's no, this had a run. It was $60-$70, like a year ago. But and even on the February the 10th, I remember posting something on Twitter, and a guy said, "Oh, what were you thinking? It's going to 550, 600." And it's like, and I've seen this happen before years ago. I remember when I shorted Amazon. It seems like when you just can't take it no more, 2 weeks later, the stock corrects. Had I basically waited to now, I would only be looking, instead at about an $8,400 loss. Right now, I would only be looking even at 380 if I would have covered 66. I would be looking at about a $6,000. So it's $2,000. So I'm gonna make back the difference. But the way that this is going, who knows? This ROKU could go back down to the 250 area. So we'll wait and see. People are going to use opportunity when it goes up to, I think, sell the stock. So all right, so that was ROKU. NVDA I got into. NVIDIA has really been a great stock. I mean, they broke out their quarter. They had record. I mean, here it looked like it was ready just to break out, and here we are. And usually you get that earnings pop, and again just another. I mean, back here, you had an earnings pop, and then boom, gave it all right back. Well, here you never got the earnings pop, and I bought calls for the and unfortunately I bought them at a high. I bought them at like 977, and it was roughly in here. It looked like we were really gonna you know um, hit all-time high and break. I mean, they're saying there's a great quarter coming up, and it nope. So I took honestly in the options portfolio. I put too much into it because I dollar cost average down. I bought some at 977. I bought some at 5, and I bought some at 3. I had the chance to get out like the day of earnings at probably 350, but I would have been looking still at a loss because my average was closer to about 575. And if we would have just had a 7-8% normal move, those I would at least got out with about a 30-40% return. Instead, you see what happened, went down, and they're still talking. And so what I did is I did buy some shares. I took not a huge position, but I did buy some shares. I was up. I actually bought the shares in the 530s range, and it was back up to 550 some, but nope. As you can see here, the last let's go by day. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 4 days, it's been just basically nothing but down. It really can't get past. It's struggling to get past 560. I was ahead on it and stuff like that. So that's going to be a wait and see. It is. I really think it's over. Even Jim Cramer, if you guys are following him, think it's a great buy. 614 down to 5. You're talking like 80 points just like that in roughly the last 2 weeks, down from basically 614.90. So that's the next stock. Now the next stock, which I'm a big fan of and I actually own in multiple accounts, is eBay. eBay had a great quarter. Broke out. Let's look back. eBay had a great quarter here. Broke out. Actually, we had bought it in one account around 50, 51. Broke out 60. It came back down, and we did sell a bunch of shares here, and we had some options contracts. Sold it. Made about in that 2 days about $4,000 into 2 separate accounts. Started going back up, and then was leveling out here. It really the past and really it's cheap compared to a lot of its peers, but then we start looking at it and we start it's getting accumulated and it's starting to, and that happens a lot of times. The stocks will break out and fill this gap in here. And okay, so we got back in. We actually got back in roughly around this $56 price. It came down. Yesterday we had a great day. Seemed like it was coming off this downtrend. Up in here, bought some calls and under the money, and some of them got some I think March 60s and April 65s. And realistically, I thought. Now today it was up like $2.12 yesterday for Monday. Now today, Tuesday, which I'm talking about, Tuesday, March the 2nd, it gave back $1.49. So it didn't give back more than it gained yesterday, but man, we got it. We don't need it to drop below pretty much 56.50. We need to keep this to get this going back up this way and really get 64.85, even get it back up into the $62 range. So because this is hurting my account too, because basically shorting ROKU has hurt, going long NVDA has hurt, and going long eBay has hurt. So honestly, if I would have done the opposite of those, just those three, if I would have went Roku, but if I would have stuck to my guns, I would have been fine. I would still be underwater, but I do like NVDA still. It may still be a short-term trade. eBay, I definitely like, and I am, full disclosure, a reseller, and I sell things on eBay and Amazon. And eBay actually was one of my stocks that I recommended at 61.12 on February the 4th video, with a target of $70 to $80. Now that could take 6 to 9 months to get there, but still 61 to 70 or 80, even in a year, would be a great return. The best stock, and if you guys haven't checked out that video, is XEC Cinrex. That did really well. That was a 25%, in the one account that I manage was 25% return on that. So that was a great. That was one of the best stocks in 3 weeks. Made 25.4%. So what I saw last week was a lot of put buyers and call buyers really just get hammered as far as not being able to make money because of the price. They just didn't get the right action that you needed really the last couple of days on those things. I mean, I'm kicking myself because I did at one time have Tesla puts and got out of them, doubled my money, a small position, to watch them last Tuesday drop to a point where it was down like $100, where a $400 investment would have been $8,000 overnight. And I had $400 in, but sold them for basically $800. They closed at $1,100, and then over the next day, Tuesday, when it opened last Tuesday, it was down $100. So I don't know what's going on here, and let's just see what happens. I'm hoping for some sort of stabilization in the market, but I'm not no expert. I don't think even the experts know. There's some people that I follow that trade big money on Twitter, and I watch other YouTube channels, big channels, to learn from them. And also, and when you see a guy come out and say they have a $5 million an account and it's down $1.5 million, that's I haven't been down 30% in a day. I mean, I look at when I see the account's down $3,000 or $4,000, and I'm like, whoa, that hurts. And but sometimes you just got to adjust, because the market can correct quickly. It can correct quickly. It can give back 2 years worth of gains in 6 weeks or even less. And boy, I hate to see that happen, because people get deterred, and then they don't want to get back in the market, and then the market could be flat for really the next 6 to 9 months. And then you got to swing trade. You got to basically, if you're looking to make money as a trader, and I'm not talking about long-term investor, then you have to, you look to buy opportunities to, make 5-7% in short term, and do that multiple times a year. So the one account is doing great. The other account is not doing what it should, and I made a mistake that when I had shorted Roku, I did take money out of another account, a third account, and put it in that account to add more to it. And that probably was a mistake, because now, in a sense, if I would have just kind of set myself, but I like, in hindsight, I was right, and probably another 2 months from now, we may be looking at Roku that is down and had the patience. But when you're getting these margin calls, you don't have no choice. You can't say to the broker, hey, can you just wait? It's going to recover. No, they want to cover. It looked like it was going to be $550, $600. A lot of people bought calls and lost their shirts on it. And a lot of times, if you look at the call put ratio, there's more calls being bought than puts. So the options sellers really were making a lot of money in doing that. So, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry if it's a little lengthy. This is about 20 minutes. Again, Roku, NVDA, eBay is what I talked about, basically. A little bit of Tesla, but those primarily are the 3 stocks. I am trying to put out probably about 5 videos a week. I would appreciate your support. Share this out, and thanks for watching, and have a great day. And good luck in trading out there.